Hey everyone, welcome again to my channel. I am so excited to have you here today. We're going to be talking about creating a checklist for the US student visa application. Before I start with a checklist, I would like to start with a motivational speech. Yes, I don't play all the time. I can also be motivational. So here's the thing. I just want you to know that you can do it, okay? It's not too much for you. It's not too much work for you to take on. It's not too much responsibility. It's not schooling abroad is not exclusive to a set of people. Anyone can study abroad, and you should know the benefits of studying abroad. You do not just get to learn formally, you also get to learn informally. Your ideologies change, your mentality changes, you start to see things from a different perspective. You start to experience new things that help you to be a better person, to be a more understanding person. So if it's something that you want to do, this video is not like to try and push anybody to study abroad. But if it's something that you want to do and you are feeling discouraged, or you're feeling like it's too long of a process and it's not something that you can take on at this time, then maybe this video is a sign that you should start where you are. Start now. Listen, hey, motivation. Start by crawling, then walk, then jog, then run, and then you fly to the abroad and you study. Okay, so all right, here's the thing. To be able to do this, you need to be organized. You need to be able to know the things you need and how to go about getting them, and then have a checklist where you can cross out what you've done and what you've not done. So your checklist should be created in a way that you can start with the first set of things you need to do. So the first stage is getting an admission, and the second stage is using your I-20 to start your visa processing. So definitely you are going to start with getting a transcript, writing the required examinations. Some of you just go ahead and write exams that you're not supposed to write. So please always check your school first and see their requirements, so you don't waste your time writing some exams that you don't even need to write. I have mentioned in previous videos how to cut costs and some things that you don't even need to do. Okay, so you can watch my previous videos to get an idea of what I'm saying right now. But please make sure you check the requirements and make sure that you've spoken to someone from the school to know if there are some certain things that you need to do or do not need to do. Okay, make sure you ask questions, send emails, Google. At this point, I feel like I should be an ambassador for Google, because the way I've been mentioning Google here, like Google, send email, Google. Anyway, maybe they will see this video and decide that Okay, so checklist. Make a list. Start with the first things and then you build it up. Attached to that list should be the amount of money you need to pay per project. Like, if the first thing on your list is getting a transcript, how much is the transcript going to cost? How much is it going to cost to send it to your school? How much is it going to cost to get a copy for yourself and all that? So attach how much it's going to be. So the reason for this is to allow you save. So if you are saving monthly, this is why I said for some to take months, for some it might take years, but the main thing is that you get there. Okay, so this is to allow you save. So if, for example, you've decided that okay, you are spending, this is just an approximation, but if, for example, you are spending 30,000 naira on a transcript, then you can start saving monthly. Like, okay, this is the amount I'm going to save this month, and let's say if, for example, you are saving 10,000 naira each month, then that's 30,000 naira. Okay, see, if you are not sponsoring yourself to study abroad and you need someone to sponsor you, you have to show some level of seriousness. Okay, if for example you've paid for your transcript or you've paid for your GRE exam, and you go to them and say, okay, I've paid for my transcript and my GRE exam, this is what I need money for, it's more likely that they will help you rather than you going to say, I want to study abroad, I need money. Okay, what do you need money for? What have you done? Have you shown some level of seriousness? So start saving, save monthly, and then when you've paid for one thing, you take it off the list. Like I've told you before, sending a transcript can stay in your school for a year. It's fine. So if that's the first thing you do before you start saving money for other things, then do it. Okay, so once you've done that, you can cross it off your list and then you move on to the next thing. So make a list and start making monthly savings. You can start cutting costs. There are some things that you really don't need to be spending money on. There are some events that you really don't need to be attending at the moment, when you know that you have a project on hand. Making a list will give you structure, like to show you, okay, this is what is left to do and this is the next stage. So make a list and attach the monetary value or how much you need to spend for that particular project. A very important thing is that you should not allow yourself to get overwhelmed. If at a point you start to feel like you're getting overwhelmed, go out, go and buy suya, buy night suya. That one has special flavor. Drink malt, relax, take time off. You could even take time off social media if you are feeling like, oh, you're seeing everybody posting glam pictures and you're just there trying to save up and all that. If it is affecting you, stay off social media for a while. If you feel like you are denying yourself of so many things because you're trying to save up, spend on yourself for a while. Don't overspend, but you understand, pamper yourself. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed, because it's a step-by-step process. People get discouraged because they think it's something you just do at once and bam. It's a step-by-step process. It takes time. So give yourself time and give yourself space. Allow yourself to breathe. Don't get overwhelmed. It takes time. It's step by step. After sending your transcript, my advice is, especially if you're coming from Nigeria, my advice is send your transcript before you complete your application. So after sending your transcript, you start with your application process. Reach out to your former lecturers. That one is free. You don't need to spend money on that. Okay, reach out to them and let them know that you need them to write letters of recommendation for you. Then you pay your application fee. When you've done that, take it off your checklist. But before you know it, your transcript has arrived, and then before you know it, you are done with stage 1, and then you're waiting for stage 2. Stage 2 is where you are going to spend money, and that is for the service fee and for your visa application fee. Visa application fee could be a one-time thing if you get your visa the first time. If you don't, you're going to pay more than once. Each time you go there, you're going to pay. Your service fee can be used for a year, so you are fine with that. So that is stage 2. Okay, so please make a list so you know what you're saving for. And when you make a list, you know exactly what you need to do. It's not that, you tell someone you're trying to study abroad and he says, oh, hey, this exam, you must write it, and then you've added it to your list, and someone else says, no, don't write that exam, write this one instead. You don't have a definite list, you don't have a structured list. But if you have a list, like you sent an email to someone from your school and you told them, okay, is this all I need? You understand? Is this all I need? Then if someone else comes and says this is something you need to do, you ignore them, because you know that the school that you are going to, they've told you that this is what you need. You understand? So just make sure that you have a structure, you are saving. Nothing is too small or too big. Just make sure you are doing that. And this is very important. Please carry someone along. Could be your best friend, could be your family members. Just carry people along. You need their support, you need their encouragement, you need their prayers. It's not something that you can do on your own. And if you are not sponsoring yourself, you have no choice. If there are people that you trust, that you want to carry along in the process, do. But I really don't feel like you should go around like social media announcing and saying, oh, I'm working on this, you guys. Okay, so Yeah, so basically this video is just to let you know that you can do it. Studying abroad is not exclusive to some people. Okay, it's open to everyone, and it's something that you can do. Thank you so much for coming today. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Share with your friends. Share with people. Let them see, let them subscribe, tell them to subscribe. Okay, anyway, thank you. See you next week.